This week on Kayak USA, I'm going to do a full installation of a new Gen 3 Helix 7 on this brand new Jackson big rig. Y'all stick around. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, my name's TJ, welcome to Kayak USA. Today's video, we're gonna be installing this new Helix 7 Gen 3 on the Bucks Island build. If you don't know what that is, if you're new here, I am actually building this kayak for a local marina here in Northeast Alabama called Bucks Island Marina. They sell Jacksons and Hobies. They got a whole bunch of kayaks over there, and they give me this boat to build, and every week they're sending me new gear like this Humminbird we're installing today, a Torpedo we installed a few weeks ago, and every week I'm installing something new on this boat until we build the ultimate fishing kayak. Then I'm going to ship it back over to them, and they're going to put it on their showroom floor and sell it. So if you like this kind of stuff, I've got a ton of videos like this on my homepage. Be sure you check it out. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you like today's video, and let's get into the install. So first I'm going to take you guys over to the bench like I always do, show you everything we're going to be using to do this install. We're going to unbox it over at the bench, bring everything back over, and get it installed on the kayak. Let's go to the bench. All right, so I think I've got everything laid out here that I'm gonna need to do this install today, along with a few things that Bucks Island sent. Like they sent me this Helix fish finder. It's like a mount that's gonna be great for the T-track system on the side of the boat. And they also sent this Yak-Attack switchblade transducer arm. So we're gonna be able to install the transducer right off the side of the kayak, which is gonna be great. So we're not gonna have to drill a whole bunch of extra holes in today's install. I'm going to be using a drill, an impact, of course. I'm going to use my step-up bits that I always use in my install videos. And as always, I'm going to have a link below. It'll be kit.co/kayakusa. Click that link and I'll have everything I use in today's video right there, so you can go to Amazon or wherever I have the links below and you can get whatever it is you need if you're doing an install like this. So I'm going to be using heat shrink, some wire terminals, 14 gauge wire. I've got my wire cutters and stuff here. We are going to be installing a 12 volt 23 amp hour Dakota lithium battery. They sent this over just for this install. It is a great battery. I can't wait to plug this thing up today and get her going. The main thing that we're going to need today, besides the wiring, of course, this is for the wiring. So I'm going to be using, let me see if my camera will focus on it for you. This is a SAE port, and this one is designed to mount into the side of your kayak. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this SAE plug to the end of the wires on the fish finder on the Helix, and we're going to have this mounted right into the side of the kayak so we can install and uninstall and plug it right into the boat. So if we want to take the kayak out and we don't want to bring the Helix with us, or we don't want to plug anything up, we can just unplug the Helix off the boat, put this little water protector cap on top of it, and then just leave the Helix at home if we don't want to use it. So that is going to be great for this install. Plus it'll be one of the only holes we have to drill in the whole install today. Of course, I've got my ultra clear silicone that I always use. I call it silicone. It is actually DAP, and it'll be in the video description, in the same link with everything. I got my heat gun for the heat shrink, of course. And last but not least, we've got the Gen 3 Helix right here, the Helix 7. And I guess we can unbox it really quick. I don't want to stretch this video out too long, but we can unbox it real quick and then get on to the install. So this is the Helix 7. Like I said, it's the Gen 3, and it is the Chirp Mega SI and Mega DI. So it's got side imaging and down imaging right here. And it should do really well right off the side of that Jackson. Dun, dun, dun. Throw this over here. All right, so we got the transducer mount, of course. This is the actual mount for the Helix. We're gonna need that today when we get over there. It's got the little screws for the sides here. Humminbird, the best. So we're gonna need that. Here is the transducer, not too big, and we'll be able to run this right up and zip tie it and put it on the boat. Here's the power wire, and here is the Helix 7, brand new, fresh out of the box. This is one of my favorite things to do right here, look. Don't you love doing that? All right, let's get this thing over and get it installed. All right, so we've got the switchblade arm installed. I've got the Humminbird Helix mounted up. Everything looks really good. I kind of coiled the transducer wire up at the top, as you've seen. It holds it really nice and neat, and it makes it a lot easier to be one unit whenever we want to take this on and off the kayak. So, you know, when we're traveling, we can just loosen up two little quick hitches right here and pop them off, throw them in the back seat, and we don't have to worry about damaging our transducer or our trolling mode, or our Helix. So everything looks really good. It is now time to run the power wires. At the beginning of the video, I told you I wanted to install the SAE little female port here. I was going to drill a hole and use a SAE plug with an inline fuse, and we can plug it up. But I got to thinking, if you watched last week's video, I installed a USB power port, kind of like a dash panel right here at the rear of the boat, and I'll show you in just a minute. But what that has in it is two USB ports, and it's got one of those 12-volt cigarette lighter outlets, which I also have one of these. So I don't know if you can see it from there, but this is a cigarette lighter port. It's not the port, it's the male end that goes into the port. So I'll link this with everything below. I got to thinking about it, and since I've already got the dash panel installed here, it's got an available port, the battery is already going to be connected to it, it really makes no sense for me to drill an additional hole in my kayak. I don't like drilling holes in the kayak, and if I can get away with drilling as few holes as possible, that's what I want to do. So that's what we're going to do today. Not to mention, I've already got an inline fuse mounted to this dash panel. So we don't even have to put an inline fuse on this. I can take the factory Helix wire, we can connect it to our male 12-volt cigarette lighter plug, heat shrink everything up, and have a cable that is designated just to the Helix, where we plug it up to the back of the Helix, drop the wire up under the seat here, and plug it right into the back of the boat. So I think this is the best route. It keeps us from drilling any more holes. Actually, this install will be a 0-hole drill. You know, we installed a Helix 7 with the transducer and power, and we didn't have to drill a single hole in the kayak today. So this is going to be awesome. Let's get this power wire connected, and we'll plug it up and turn this Helix 7 on for the very first time. All right guys, it is installed and it looks good. I really like using this switchblade Yak mount right here and this Helix mount from Yak. It really makes it simple to use on the boat. I like how I can get the transducer like up out of the water when you get into skinny water, and then when you get back out in the deep water, you just twist it and throw the transducer right back into the water. I think that is really cool. It's really clean looking on the boat. I'm glad I used the power panel from last week's video to, instead of drilling additional holes in the boat, because like I said before, I hate drilling too many holes in a kayak, and just using this was a smart move, I think. So I think I'm gonna go put this thing in the water today. We're gonna check it out. I'm gonna take the camera along with me. I'm gonna get some footage and see if we can catch some fish and see how good this graph does on this kayak. If you're new to my channel and this is the first video you've ever seen, go check out my homepage. I got a lot of stuff like this, and if you like today's video, odds are you'll see some more videos on there you like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new, and if you want to support the channel, hit that join button and become a member of the Yak-Squad. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you next Thursday at 2 p.m. Peace.